everybody? It's your buddy, Chris, aka Mr. Ramon 420, and I'm back on this Thursday edition of the Mr. Ramon 420 channel show. Hopefully all of you are having a good week so far. I'm in a bit of a funk situation, having a bad mail day today, and also kind of getting used to the new semester of classes. It's like, oh, I hope it's not going to be a bad roller coaster, because as much as I like roller coasters, I'm not a big fan of the ones that, you know, kind of work and are clunky and are, you know, one missing screw and you fall off and, you know, your head decapitates. There should be a movie like that out there. They're like showed the nastiest parts of a movie. My ADD is going on a lot. Before I go into what the video is going to be about, I do like to say, if you would like to help out the Mr. Ramon 420 channel in any way, shape, or form, please click on the paypal.me link, where you can contribute to whatever you feel like contributing. I could always use the help, because, you know, you don't get paid for this. You do this for the love of, you know, doing reviews. But even when that becomes a situation, it's like, oh, I really could use the help. It would be fucking awesome. But anyway, yeah, if you want to click on that, that'd be fucking awesome. Also, and this is a big also, next Friday I will be doing the live Q&A, and I've already had 3 people say, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, and I tell them that's okay. Send me questions in advance, that way I can actually answer them for you. I'll be on for maybe an hour or so. We'll see how long it is. If I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumb and jerking off, it's not going to be a big point of keeping it on for that much time. So yeah, next Friday, February 1st, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a live Q&A. You can ask me any questions you want, any questions in the world, no matter how weird or fucked up or I'll be saying stupid. I'll be able to answer them for you. You know, just don't assume I'll be able to give you the right answer, because no, they're gonna. So I'll be right back, and we'll start the video. Well, guys, I appreciate you sticking around. Thank you for coming back. All right, so the movie I'm going to be talking about comes from Unearthed Films, all the way from Japan, and director Takashi Hirose. Now, I've talked about some of Unearthed Films before, and for the major part, I've loved their work. They really know how to pick some good films out there. Sometimes not so much, but that's okay. Not every distribution company can do that. This one is a bit of an interesting selection on their part. It's the idea of what happens when a male serial killer and a female serial killer come together and find love. You get that film entitled Brutal. And I do have to say, the gore effects are definitely brutal. Basically, you're introduced to a male part. There's no name. You don't know who he is. All you realize is that he loves killing women. I mean, just goes ape shit. Just stab, 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 bang, 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 nail in the mouth, go coom, coom, coom. Just all the time. He loves doing it. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's a matter of fact, there's one part where a woman who's bound and gagged and tells him, please, you can fuck me. Just don't kill me. And he asks the question, do you understand what I'm doing? And she has no idea, and honestly, neither do we, because there's no rhyme or reason. As I said before, he just kills women. And there's one part where he gets a nail and just shoves it up her face. There's one part where after he's done chopping up the bodies and gutting them and kind of stewing them in a pot and making sure that they can go down the toilet to liquefy the ends. He collects the women's heads. Yes, that's what he does. He collects the women's head, and every once in a while he'll have a conversation with some of the heads. And for some reason he seems to have an argument with one of the heads. So much so that he thinks the head's laughing, and he gets really angry and starts stomping on the head to the part where it's just all mush and bone fragments. It's just like, oh, look what I did. And then you're introduced to the female part, who has a great fascination for stabbing guys in the dick. I mean, stab, 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 dick, 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 ooh, 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 ouch, 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 just nonstop. She stabs guys in the dick all the time. There's so many, and she's very attractive. But she brings these guys home, and she decides she's going to stab them. And that's kind of the gist of the story. Although there's a combination, there's two interesting character fixations that are involved in this film, and you don't know why. First involves a homeless man who writes on his board that says hell, and you don't know what's the reason. As a matter of fact, you never find out why. And then, of course, you're introduced to a nice teen couple, and they're having a nice time, and their discussion about love and happiness, and is there connection in the universe between men and women, and they think there is, and it doesn't come out of anywhere, but that's okay, because you're intrigued by what exactly is happening with the male and the female serial killers. Well, there's actually one point in the film they do come together. They look at each other in the streets and realize maybe there's a connection, but not the connection you were hoping for at first. No, basically the guy takes the female back to his place, and you would assume he would want to clean up for her. No, no, no. There's just jewelry all over the place from the women that he robbed and killed, and there's a huge fight between the two of them, and it just continues. Like, these two must be superheroes, because no matter how much they're stabbing each other, they're not dying, and it just becomes a situation like, what's happening? But it gets gruesome. I mean, it gets incredibly violent. Not sadistically sick, but viciously violent. There are some good aspects to this film, and I'll when I get back, I'll kind of like give you an idea of what I really thought of the film, because it's a pendulum. I don't know how the best way to say it, but when I get back, I'll kind of explain it to you as best as I can. Don't leave. Whoa, I'm back, because I'm quirky that way. Not really. So, what did I think of it? This is a tough one, because part of me really loved it. The gore, the story concept, the ideal of it. It's nice. It's interesting. Of course, it does kind of remind me of Who's Watching Oliver, because it's a male and a female, and but that was a really great film. I should have reviewed that one. I'll probably do that one of these days, because you guys should be aware of it. But this had a problem. The editing was putrid. I mean, it was bad. The editor, and I guess he did speak to Takashi Hirose, he thought, you know what's work in this film? Grindhouse. People love Grindhouse. About 15 years ago, didn't they love Grindhouse? No, we don't. We hate it. Doing it these days does not work. Yet it's past its prime. It doesn't bring anything to the conversation. It's jumpy all the time. There's cigarette burns. They're like flopping and skipping in lines here and there. And you're missing out some great gore. And you're watching, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. It's really horrible. Because there was some good ideas going towards the male serial killer and the female serial killer. And when they come together, at the end, it's touching and sweet. And then it becomes laughable. And then it becomes really laughable. Because the male cries all the time, like, stop. Shut up. Also, the soundtrack, wow, that was bad. That was royalty-free music. And it wasn't good royalty-free music. It's stuff I pick when I, do the intro music for the reviews and the videos. It was bad. But it's such a good gory film, and that's what hurts the idea of, when you don't have a director who isn't in charge of everything. And if he was in charge of doing this, shame on you, Takashi. You ruined a good film, because that could have been the key to making it a great bloody film. So I don't know if it will ever be on my best of 2019 list, because it will depend on what other films I'll be seeing this year. Because I was really hoping, like, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be watching you. It's like, oh, fuck me. Because, yeah, the ending really, it was good. It was a smart idea. Interesting concept. But when he started crying like a bitch for 10 minutes, it's laughable. So, I guess I'm okay with it in my collection. I'm not going to sell it. It's just one of those things where you're like, oh, that could have been good. And it wasn't. So, yeah, take from what we can. If you love gore, this has a good amount for you. If you like weird stuff from Japan, it has some things. It should have been more weird. Definitely should have been more weird. There was some stuff like, you have a talking head, and when the two killers come together and they look at each other like, oh, that's creative. No, it could have worked. It really could have, but it's a shame. So, yeah, that's it was a damn shame. But yeah, definitely pick it up for yourself. If you're okay with a shitty editing to it and music that doesn't work, go for it. I ain't gonna stop you. I will give you guys a link to where you could purchase your the cheapest copy for Brutal. It's actually pretty cheap for the most part. Give it a shot. See what you think. Let me know if you have the same problems as I did, because I'd really like to find out am I the only one that thought this was like good but not good. Like, it's a movie. Either way, guys, I appreciate, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the time you took out of your busy schedule to check out this review. Thank you so much. Monday I'll have a new set of movies to talk about, and next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a live Q&A video. I'm so excited! Oh, I hope I'm excited. I really am. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Oh, bad mail day today. I am so pissed off. I ordered a film called KFC. It's a gore fest, cannibalistic gore fest from Vietnam, I think. And the only place I could order from was Amazon France. This is what I got in the mail today. Yay! Never order anything from Amazon France. Just, unless if you want to and you want to kind of waste your time. But yeah, it's just totally destroyed. It's a shame. So now I gotta do the whole thing of mail it back, and hopefully they can give me a new film. Because I want to see this. Sorry about that. I'm going on a rant. Guys and ladies, I love you all to death. You're fucking amazing. You take care. You enjoy the weekend. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold for you. So until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and don't drink the Kool-Aid. See ya.